Woohoo! Are we live? I don't know. I don't know. But I am excited about it because soon we will be live. We will be live. Is it working? I don't know. I need to find the URL. What's the URL? Come on, Google. Show me the light. As always, live streaming is not that straightforward. It entails some technical issues and recording upside down. Oh yeah, I can see myself, but we are not in the right level. Oh, let's change things up. Okay, how do I do this? Am I an engineer or what? Is it better? Can I hear myself? There's no sound. Why isn't there any sound? Oh, do I have Zoom? Is it better? Can I hear myself? There's no sound. I can hear it. Why isn't there any sound? Oh, do I have Zoom? No, what happened? Better? Can I hear myself? There's no sound. Okay. We're starting to get a handle on this. No, what happened? It's Friday, and nothing can go wrong. Because if it goes wrong, it's only a learning process. Right, this image is so dark. I've lost my iPhone, it's shattered, broken. So in the meantime, I'm using my other Samsung S5, A5, or whatever it's called. It is far from as good, and it gets so dark. I think I need to cover the blanket. Too much light in here. Or does that make it worse? Fucking it. Don't want to curse. Don't want to curse. Maybe it's better if I... Put some freaking light on, baby. Is this better? Do I still have audio? I don't want to... Freaking light on, baby. Oh, yeah, audio is good. Good. It's a shame you can't do all these things before you actually start to live stream. Although it is starting to become a bit of a routine, a habit. Any second now we will get this live evaluation on. I'm unfocused as well. On. Yeah, audio still going strong. I'm unfocused as well. I don't know how to use this. Yeah, audio still. I'm so missing my iPhone, you have no idea. Okay. Let's try this out. Hey, and welcome to this week's evaluation. As always, Fridays is all about evaluating the week that has been. This time it has been a focus of thinking about self-responsibility. It is all based on the book, The Six Pillars of Self-Esteem, and it's the third pillar, the practice of self-responsibility. That is what this video is going to be about. It's quite straightforward, so I'm just going to take like a general example, and then I'm actually going to talk a little bit of the benefits of developing a high sense of self-esteem. Sorry. And then we'll move on to the live weekly evaluation, where we, on an individual level, look back at our week. What have we been doing? how have we been progressing towards our goals, and we do this on an individual level. You and me, sip it and just focus in on our thing. That light won't work. I have to cover up the blanket again. Sorry about that. Give me a sec. So dark. But so, let's get into it. Just put on the mic again. I think that's better. Yeah. So what have we been doing? Well, we've been practicing self-responsibility. We had some objectives that were mainly the first priority was to focus in on just having the mindset of thinking about how to take responsibility for your life. I outlined these different life areas. Like Monday, you should think about social and relationships. Second day, health and well-being. And just focusing in on, okay, this is the life area. What am I doing here? Am I actually going towards where I want to go? Do I have to adjust or tweak something to make what I want to happen? And full disclaimer, I actually didn't do the focuses for each weekday. I just thought about it with the focus of what faced me throughout my days. Like Tuesday, I had this experience at the gym, and I'm actually gonna go straight to that experience. I was, well, firstly we need to speak about what it means to take self-responsibility. It is built upon the two first pillars of how to build a good self-esteem. First, you need to be conscious, you need to be aware and realize there's something going on. Then you need to accept that, and then you can start to take responsibility. And so when it comes to health and well-being, for me, this is a very personal experience, personal example. I have quite a special relationship to food, health, and all that kind of stuff. I'm very neurotic. I train a whole lot and I eat in a very special way. But since I was quite fat, to be frank, when I was a kid, and I've built up this very tense relationship to food. It really dictates my life, and I have a sense that I can't really eat if I haven't worked out. I need to deserve to eat. I know it's twisted, and it is something I'm really working on. But so I'm not taking responsibility in that sense, that I'm not doing what's the best for me to develop my strengths and train and eat and do all that in an ideal scenario. I'm really trying to do that, but there are so many internal battles within me to go do that. And so this Tuesday, I was going to the gym. I was about to do my back workout, and I had been trying to progress on my chins. And I did really well a couple of months ago, and I started to try out my max, how much I could improve, and I saw some really good progress. But for the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's been going downwards. I've been eating less in comparison to how much I've been working out, and I've felt that, yeah, something is going on here. I'm not really doing what I should be doing. I felt that, but I haven't really addressed it, because some part of me really wants that. Some part of me is so afraid of being fat that, like, yeah, eat a little bit less, yeah, train a little bit harder, because that's the Alex that's so afraid of being fat. That's what he wants. But then on the other side, we have my self-responsible me that know that this is not healthy, this is not how you should act. You need to eat proper, you need to sleep more, you need to train in a way that doesn't harm you. And so these two Alex conflict, And this Alex, he managed to mask it. He managed to lower my sense of consciousness so I don't do something about it, because he really wants this so bad. It's like implemented thoughts burned into my brain since so many years ago, because there are so many bad emotions tied to being fat, like being ashamed when you were in the gym as a little kid, feeling worthless, just that sense of being fat little kid. At least I have some emotional scars tied to that, and that makes it such a harmful experience. That makes it, my brain does everything in its power to not go there again. And this relates back to our rejection therapy challenges. When we do these things, when we push ourselves to go through the hard emotions to get the win on the other side, we learn that, yeah, if we push through the awful things, we get the reward. And the same thing goes now when it comes to this training. If I learn to recondition myself that, yeah, this is what you want, but if you actually start to take responsibility, if you start to act in a way that serves you, you will really reap some benefits. You will get stronger, you will get more healthier, you will get more energized, you will just live a better life, because that is the outcome that I seek. But it requires that we are conscious, that we accept firstly that something is going on here. You're not doing the ideal thing. Then we can start to take responsibility. We can start to change things. And so this Tuesday I had neglected the fact that I wasn't really taking care of myself, and I didn't try it out. I didn't max out on my chins because I was afraid that I would find out, or this Alex that tries to get me rid of all the fat, he knew that something was going on, but he really was trying to protect myself from going to the bad place again. He didn't want myself to get harmed again. But I managed to raise my level of consciousness. I was thinking about this is the week of self-responsibility. I need to test my strengths again. I need to face reality. If I'm doing something wrong here, I can only look at the objective facts that tells me that. And if I do max trial error, that will tell me that, yeah, you're getting weaker, you're not getting stronger, you're training every day, you think that you're eating right, you're tricking yourself to, yeah, this is enough food. But you're actually not doing that. If you do the max test, you will find that out. So I did some strength tests, and I realized that, sorry for cursing, this is not working out. You're not doing the thing that you should be doing. I faced the reality. It was a tough thing to go there and do that. Because if you're not facing reality, then you don't know what reality really is like. And that goes to so many areas. If you want to meet a girl, but you're not actually thinking about that you should meet a girl, that you're covering it up with all the other things, you're working hard, you're playing video games, eating, you're just busy with other stuff in your life, and you know that the area of relationship, meeting a girl, is there, but you're focusing not to focus on it. You focus on all these different things, but still it lingers in the back of your head. You know it is there. But being unaware, not having that high level of consciousness, makes you able to do that. And the same thing happened to me this Tuesday. So that was really a practical example of how I manned up and I faced reality, and that has made me come to a new place where I can, from now on, I can work on doing this again. I mean, I keep doing this repetitive loop when I fall back into this destructive behavior. But if you keep working on a thing, you can put up alarm clocks for like, yeah, now this is starting to happen again. Doing a strength test like every week is a way of measuring if I'm doing the right thing. And when it comes to meeting girls, perhaps, that is something that you can address every time you do a weekly evaluations, which we will be doing later. You can look at your goals. You have a goal of, yeah, I want to meet a girl. I want to go on a date. And if you once a week go into this evaluation mood and you look at your life goals and you see here, yeah, under relationships, I have the goal of meeting a girl. Has this happened this week? No, it hasn't. Why is that? What actions have I been taking? Have I actually approached any girls? No, I haven't. Well, then there's an explanation. Okay, so next week, what can I do about this issue? So it might actually be so that I one day meet a girl. Well, you can start talking to girls. How far from doing that am I? Well, I haven't done it in a month, so maybe I just start to ease the process. Maybe I have an objective of talking to one girl each day of the week. I'm just gonna ask for the time. So you scale it up, you do an individual strategized plan for how to reach your goals. But taking responsibility entails the whole spectrum. First, you have to be conscious, realize what is going on. You have to accept that, yeah, this is reality, and then you have to do something about it. That means strategizing, putting out some specified actions for how to move yourself to where you want to move yourself. And that is, in the essence, what this week has been about. I've been thinking about it in a lot of different areas, and it is so... You need to have this boom, laser beam focus. Because if you read a book like this, Six Pillars of Self-Esteem, I mean, it's a whole lot to grasp. If you're trying to just implement it all on the same time, it won't give you the results you want, because it's just too much. It's too much details you need to work on to make things happen, and it overwhelms you. You're not able to handle so much data, and you're not able to implement it, because even a simple thing like just accepting a little thing like emotions right now, if you're not used to that, it takes all your energy and focus to do that one thing. That means that you don't have the time to think about the plan and everything else, because you're trying to implement a new habit, a routine. We're working to do a sustainable long-term change in our life. And that means slowly, one step at a time, implementing a new habit in our lives. Multiple small little habits that will make us grow, that will make us develop a high self-esteem. And that actually leads us on to the question that I'm gonna be replying to, because I think, yeah, it was in the introductory video of this week's challenge. A guy named he asked, or firstly stated, like, yeah, you keep saying, or you talk quite broadly about the benefits that this increased level of high self-esteem has made you have, but what has it meant to you in practicality? And that was a super good question, because it really made me think throughout this week about how this has affected my life. And there are so many ways to talk, so many things to talk about when it comes to this. And it's a bit hard to explicitly mention it all. But I thought I'm gonna hit some main points here right now, and then I might do a more structured video on it in a couple of weeks or so, when I've actually been able to process this question even more, because it's a big topic and it relates to a whole lot of things. But I have to say, just gonna start with one benefit. Firstly, it's not all sunshine and joyful days with an increased level of self-esteem. It's really not. Because if you increase your level of self-esteem, that means that you're actually facing the problems. That means you actually take responsibility for your life. And that means effort. That means actions. That means doing something about your problems. And of course, that's gonna be a rough journey. That's not gonna only bring laughter and joy. And in contrast to having a low level of self-esteem, you deal with those things by not dealing with those things. You instead fill your life with entertainment, external sources of all kinds of things. You binge series, you eat, you go out and meet friends, you work a whole lot, you enjoy yourself with these external sources. And that's also why I think the general level of high self-esteem has decreased in our whole world population, or West world at least, and that's just my theory. But we're not facing the reality because it's so easy to not face reality. And to not do this in the short-term perspective, that means that we are having a more joyful life in the sense of watching a movie and enjoying that, going out with friends and doing that. But long-term, we are not pursuing our true selves. We're not doing what we actually should do to live the life that we want to live. Thank you, Caesar. I got a compliment that I'm handsome. I can't read Spanish though, but still. Back to the issue. Where was I? Yeah, it will give you some tough moments. But that's also the whole thing with high self-esteem. The long-term benefits, when you push through and when you do that hard stuff, it is so much more worth it. You feel so much better. To actually give a hands-on example, this is why rejection therapy again is so good. It is the short-term, what do you say, minimized version of a high self-esteem. You feel like shit before doing it, or you're not even doing it. The rejection therapy challenge, maybe you're about to approach a girl and you can choose not to approach a girl because that's hard. But if you actually build up the willpower and the motivation to go talk to her, you feel like shit before doing it, but then you go do it. And even if it goes to shit or if it goes very, very well, in some sense afterwards you will feel very, very proud of yourself for doing that. To push through and to go after what you want. You build that self-esteem and you feel so proud. You're like, yeah, I actually managed to do that. And you've raised your level to do it the next time. If you do it on a suitable level for just a little bit out of your comfort zone. If it's too much, it's just emotional scars that is created, and it will break you down. But the same thing goes with self-esteem. You start out at a low level and you do the hard stuff and you slowly and incrementally increase your self-esteem. It is actually like, I think it was Nathaniel Branden that used this as an example, the author of this book, The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem. It is like working out. Starting the practice of running or strength lifting is very tough on you in the beginning. It's not something you're gonna enjoy. At least that's most usually the case. Going on a run, if you haven't done that like ever or in a year or two, it's gonna feel like shit. That's the reality of that. But as you start to do that, as you progressively build up yourself, as you build up your self-confidence, self-esteem, things get easier, things get more fun, things get more and more enjoyable. That really is the same thing with self-esteem. It's like the interest on interest effect. you build up these small little habits and routines, and you learn how to build yourself up, how to handle yourself in situations, and you can start to see the pattern, and it becomes more clear for you how to act. Like, again, these rejection therapy challenges. I've done them for 10 weeks now. When I started to do it, it was so hard for me to go talk to people, to do these things. It's like, fuck, I feel like shit. I don't want to do this. But then you go do it, and then you feel the victory afterward. You are so proud of yourself. You feel the growth, the development, the adrenaline, and you create this reward afterwards. It's the habit loop. Something is triggered, you have an objective in action, you want to do this thing, but you need to overcome this barrier. But every time you repetitively do it, the reward becomes more clear to you. So even if you're on this side, you know there's a whole lot of shit to go through before you get the reward. You remember the feeling of victory stronger and stronger for every time you do it. So the hurdle to get through the shitty moment, it becomes easier because you have a clearer sense of what waits you, what lies ahead of you if you just push through. And when it's clear, when the vision through the shitty wall is so close you can almost reach it, then it's easier to push through. It is easier to go after what you want. And the same thing goes with self-esteem. And it's a bit hard to talk about the high level of self-esteem so broadly because it has a lot of different factors within it. You can't just say that thing is self-esteem and that makes me very happy. It doesn't work like that. That's why it's broken down to 6 pillars. So many areas that needs to be practiced, addressed, and implemented. And that's also why it's a bit hard to say what makes you live a better life. But it's all these small things, and it's all these constant actions that just, I mean, I can only compare myself from today and 6 months ago, and I can just feel this feeling of confidence within. I'm an individual to a whole nother level. External sources, external inputs, other people's opinions, it doesn't affect me in the same level. Of course, it affects me, but not at all to the same extent. I have found a way to do things that are done because I want to do them. I have this sense of purpose and clarity and reason for doing things that isn't tied to other people's opinions. I can find in those moments of doing something hard, I can pause and I can ask myself, why am I doing this? It's not for that person, it's not for that person, it's for me. Like last night I have this realization. I was editing a video, it was past 1 o'clock. I just wanted to go to bed so badly, and I was starting to just, I want to go to bed, this is not fun, why am I doing this? That question popped in my head, and then I just let it all go and paused, and I answered that question. Well, if I don't want to do this, if it doesn't benefit me anyways, I can just quit, I can go to bed. You're posting this video because you want to give back to society, and somehow you enjoy the creative process. It's not a task here. Right now you're looking at this as a task you have to do, but you do this because you think it's fun to have a YouTube channel. It gives you purpose, and it gives you a forum to connect with people, and the actual process of creating stuff, it is something you enjoy. It really is. There's a bigger purpose for doing this, Alex. And to be able to reattach my actions to the deeper motivation, it made me gave me that last drop of energy I needed to finish the video. But that high level of consciousness, which I didn't have before, which now enabled me to pick up on the emotion, accept it, and then taking responsibility and asking myself why this was the case, made me find that extra energy and made me enjoy the process again. Way back, that wouldn't have been the case. I would just plunge on with what I was doing and not enjoy the thing at all, or I would just quit on it, or I would have not been able to enjoy the process. There are so many things where we just go on and do the things that are laid out in front of us. We do it because we're in the movement of doing that thing. And to relate back to the weekly evaluation, that is why we elevate ourselves to look at what we're doing. Are we actually focusing in on the right things? Are we actually doing what's necessary to move us to where we want to go? You need to have that level of consciousness, and that is a big part, the biggest part of having a high level of self-esteem, or at least it's the most important fundamental piece that enables all the other crucial pieces of the puzzle for how to build a high level of self-esteem. Consciousness, being aware, it's just super important, and it is also the hardest thing to develop. It really requires you to practice the habit of raising your level of consciousness. You do that through meditations, through meditations. You do that through meditation. You do that through journaling. You do that by self-observing yourself and reflecting on what's happening and going on. And you see it's so many things, and I can feel that I'm going all over the place, but that's also why I need to structure these thoughts down throughout a longer perspective before I can actually do a video that in a good way summarizes all the benefits of what a high level of self-esteem means to you. And I will do that. But for now, again, there are so many things that will make it all worth it. It requires a whole lot of energy. It requires a whole lot of time and effort to develop a high level of self-esteem. But I think I found a good model here for how to do this. You do the focus every week on one pillar, or every other week, and you complement it with these rejection therapy challenges. And you are on that slow growth journey to develop a high level of self-esteem, because it will take time. You will fluctuate in how you do this, but you will increase it, and you will reap the benefits of it, and you will feel that you are alive on a whole different level. My life is uncomparable to 6 months ago. It just is. I can't specify it exactly. It's too big to do that, but it's just great. And it's not just great. It's awful at sometimes as well. It really is shitty to develop. It feels like shit. It will feel like shit to develop a high level of self-esteem. But in the end, in the long-term horizon, it is all worth it. It's a slow growth journey. You will dip down, but it's constantly going in the right direction. That is my personal experience, at least as for now, in this moment. But so that will actually finish this little evaluation, and we can move on to the second objective. Yeah, that is the weekly evaluation. Boom! This moment where the magic happens, where we work on our evaluation. Did I just say that word? Yes, I did. And it gives a sense of clarity, it gives purpose, it makes us tweak and adjust and realize what is going on in our lives and how we can improve on it. I do this through my process of going through my journal, which I fill in throughout the week. I have tons of different lists where I empty my head every day, put up goals, actions, how to work on my projects, and I'm not going to go into detail on that right now. If you want to know, you can ask. Otherwise, I also have some links down there in the description where you can look through how to do a weekly evaluation. There's a lot of different ways of how to go about that. For me also, I'm going to say this is my first day of my summer vacation. I am going to go out in the archipelago for a week, probably today or tomorrow. More likely tomorrow. Join up with my parents and be off grid for a while. Hey Luke! My regular visitor Luke is chatting. Yeah, healthy diets are key, man. They are key. But so let's get into the weekly evaluation. And as I said, I'm going on a summer vacation, so I haven't quite figured out how to do the next week's challenge. But I will post a video on Sunday, in some shape or form. I promise you that. But right now, let's dig into the weekly evaluation. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, my neck. And also I need to translate this Spanish comment I got. Se ve que eres buena persona. Persona I can kind of figure out. Or maybe he wrote the English translation. You are handsome. We do like those compliments. Oh, you got to go. Luke, have a great day. Good luck with your weekend and your objectives. Thank you for joining in on this session. Bye. Oh, my neck is killing me. The Google Translate translates "Se ve que eres buena persona" to "It is seen that you are a good person." Thank you! Not only did he or she, hopefully she, compliment my good looks, he also said he or she said that I was a good person. Thank you so much for that compliment. I believe I am a good person. At least I try to live my life with that intention. It is one of the pillars of how to build a good self-esteem. So, less talking, more evaluation. I'm also going to post a video, a rejection therapy video for you, which is just edited. Oh, it's Friday. I love Friday. And it's 3 or 4 weeks of summer vacation. I'm so happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy. Okay, less talking, Alex. Less talking. Why am I checking my mail? Focus. Yeah, I think this guy Caesar, it was a guy, otherwise he wouldn't be named Caesar. He just joined my YouTube channel. Welcome as a subscriber. Love to have you here. Hope you will join this growth journey and hope it will lead to some personal development for your sake. think we need some music here. Guys or girls, play some fucking music, white boy. La la la.
Oh, sorry.
tea time. I get so much energy from doing this. Freaking love this. I love my life and I love this. Boy, oh boy. Hey Stefan, I'm great. Trying to get some clarity in my life, doing my weekly evaluation, so it's really nice. And it's actually my first day of 3 or 4 weeks of summer vacation, so I'm gonna go out in the archipelago today or tomorrow. It's all good. How are you? Nice. So I guess it's a day off in France? Yeah, of course, you're a patriotic country. Sweden, it only got a day off like 5 years ago, so it's quite recently. But great for you. Hope you have a nice weather as we have here too today. Celebration, we do love that. And congratulations, of course. And sorry, I'm not used to this live stream. For you guys who doesn't see the live feed, it's this guy Stefan. He asked me how I was doing, and he replied and said that there was the France National Day today, and of course that's awesome. So how my week has been is it has been a very intense week. It has been the last week of working before vacation, and we had a big what do you say, launch of a product on our job. So just a whole lot of work, a bit too little sleep, bit too little. Okay, it's been a complete chaotic week in that sense, but I've had some great moments. I've gained some deep reflections, and that's what I'm trying to process now, catching up on my life, what I don't have the time to go through. I've only done one approach, talked to one girl. It went quite bad actually, but that didn't really matter because I haven't been doing so many approaches lately, so I had this great build up to do that, and I just felt this really great feel of proudness for actually finally doing it again, and now I feel really eager and motivated to go out and do it. So yeah, it's been a good week. It really has been, fluctuating up and down. How's your week been? Done any challenges? It's been a great week, actually. So Stefan here says that his last week was very intense because he's a professional rugby player. A lot of training. And don't worry about the English. I feel that my English is lacking. When I do live stream, I get a bit like nervous to some sense, and the words just won't come out in the right order. I think your English are very well. But it seemed like you had a very intense week. And I mean, that's like, we have this total energy span and focus. If we do a whole lot of one thing, there's not so much energy left to do the other things. That's, for me, my reasons for not doing so many approaches the last couple of weeks is that I've had so much to do at work, and I've had so much editing to do for my previous videos, so it's like this much time and energy left to actually do the approaches, and it requires effort, mind clarity. So that's my excuses for not going out and doing like so many intensified rejection therapy challenges. I hope your training went well and that you feel ready for the new season. I've actually done a whole lot of training this week as well, since I started to commute with bike to the work, and yesterday I think I did 2.5 hours of workout. It's nice. But professional rugby player, that sounds very masculine. Should help you to get some girls. So Stefan says 5.5 hours totally of training one day. Yeah, that's a whole lot of training. And he also says that muscle don't help me to meet a good girl. So true for me too. I've been in quite good fitness, health for quite long, but it's just more an excuse. And if you don't have the true confidence from within, it may help you to attract girls to one sense, but yeah, it doesn't really help you if you don't address the other focus areas. So I feel you on that one, I really do. But it is a plus to be in good health. It is something that when you get to that state, to be able to attract a girl on a physical level, it doesn't work against you, let's just say that. Then it's up to you to deliver on the other aspects. It's a pleasure to speak with you too, Stefan. And thank you for loving my background music. I'm a fan of music in all different contexts and sorts. This is perfect for this situation. This song, Debussy Claire de Lune. I'm actually using audioblocks.com. It's like a subscription model for me to use free music in my videos. So it's just one of these random songs. I don't know if you can find it. If you write down your email, I can mail it to you. It's easier if I just send you the MP3. So hit me up with your email and I'll post it straight away. Oh, here it came. Yeah, I'll send it. And have a great weekend. And good luck with your training. Yeah, so I just sent it to the second. Enjoy. Hey Luke, thank you for wishing me a good week. I wish you a good week as well, and thank you for my subscriber growth. Yeah, it has been growing a whole lot. I think it has a lot to do with my pickup videos, drives some traffic, but they're fun to do, and I do get some joy out of doing them, especially the editing. Anyways, have a great weekend. Thank you for joining in. I actually thought you weren't around. I thought you left earlier, but I hope this live evaluation gave you some clarity. Bye, man. Always a pleasure having you here. And Caesar, thank you. I don't know you, but I think you have the potential to be the best as well. The trait for being a really good person is that you give genuine nice compliments, as you are doing right now, Caesar. So you truly have at least some check boxes on being a really good person. Keep doing that. Give more compliments to people you meet. Love giving them, and I love receiving them. Still don't know how to read Spanish, but good luck with your week or whatever too, Caesar. It's been nice getting to know you. Bye. And yeah, he gave me another compliment in Spanish. He liked the way I express myself. Thank you. It really means a lot to hear that. Thanks. So many good emotions. I love this live stream. But now let's focus in on the evaluation again. It's moving a bit slow today. But I also have a whole lot of things to process, and the clarity is coming along slowly, but I'm getting there. Sorry, I was gonna end this video with energy, but then I just yawned instead. I am done with the evaluation. It feels freaking amazing. Clarity in my system again. Oh, love it. You can't describe this feeling unless you've experienced it. These moments, Friday evaluations, just worth every goddamn minute I invested in it. With those words, I'm gonna sign off. I am gonna give you a heads up. The Sunday video, next week's challenge, it is gonna be a bit different. It's not gonna be an all-intense weekly. It's not gonna be an all-intense rejection therapy challenge. I'm gonna spend a whole week at sea in the archipelago, vacation time with the family. Maybe thinking of doing a book reading challenge. I've been meaning to just read up on a whole lot of books. We'll see, I just haven't figured it out yet. The video will be posted Sunday, then clarity will have come. But with those words, I'm gonna sign off. Wishing you a great weekend, day, or whatever lies ahead of you. My name is Alexander Nilsson. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being you. And don't forget to grow your self-esteem because it's worth it. Bye, guys. Now let's see if I can close the stream down this time.